All right. Hello. Today, we're going to talk about block canceling. I just want to kind of highlight this for some warriors that I'm teaching. I was asked recently to kind of discuss this whole topic because they just want like something they can replay and something to practice. And I figured I'd just do a whole video where, anybody that's learning warrior can kind of jump in. This is console warrior. For any of you PC guys out there, the same logic applies, but the buttons are different. So you'll just have to translate your controllers and stuff. I'll just put the abilities on screen and go through the motions and how everything's gonna work, so bear with me here. So block canceling is a weird mechanic for just the game in general, because there's not a lot of characters on BDO that actually use block canceling, so it's a little strange to kind of, if you're coming from a different class and then you pick a warrior all of a sudden, you're gonna feel a very different kind of vibe, because warrior really just doesn't play like any other class. He has his own style, his own unique just sort of mechanics, and strange. I think Valkyrie's the only one that comes close, where she does a little bit of block canceling, but not to the extent that warrior does. So what is block canceling? Well, it's essentially canceling certain animations, right? So a good example would be grave digging block cancel. So you throw grave digging and then you block cancel to cut the animation off, and that would be considered a block cancel, right? But it's also used for other practical ways in terms of like optimizing damage combos. So a good way to do this is overwhelm, block cancel, reckless, and it looks something like this, where you don't even see the bar for the reckless charge come out. So that's really good for getting your reckless T3 add-on to come out. So if we take a look at our skills here, these are my add-ons that I currently run for my uncapped setup. So I have extra damage to humans plus 15 and attack / casting speed plus 10%. I like to have my attack speed. I'm an attack speed freak when it comes to warriors, so it's just kind of my, like, that's why I have it on like literally everything. I have it on grave digging, I have it on reckless, I even have it on armor break. Like I'm literally an attack speed junkie. So these may not be the most optimal things out there, but these again, just my kind of play style. So anyway, when it comes to reckless blow, there's an interesting sort of bit with it, and the reason that you hold reckless, right, and you can charge it, of course. So whenever you do the full charge with reckless, you get all attack speed plus 10% naturally. So some of you might be thinking automatically, well, if you get the 10% with reckless while holding it, what's the point of the add-on? Well, you can't always hold reckless because it's literally is super armor, and whenever you release the animation, you're not even protected. So there's going to be some situations where you're going to be able to get the full charge off, and then there's going to be a lot of situations where you're not going to be able to get those off, and that's where the add-on comes in, where you're speed canceling and you still get the attack speed buff plus the human damage, which is very nice. So if we hold reckless, we can check this out, right? Boom, you can see we now have all the attack speed in the world. We're full speed man right now, which is cool and everything. It's great, but again, not really super ideal for whenever you're in large scale. If you're doing just 1v1s and small scale stuff, you can get away with full charge reckless more often than not, but whenever you're doing large scale, you are almost like, you're rarely gonna get to hold full charge reckless and then iframe and then knock a ton of people. Those are like the fairy tale sort of dreams. Like it's ideal whenever it's cool when it works, and it looks awesome, and it's great whenever it does. It feels fantastic, but God, it's rare. It's very rare you get away with that. Not to mention when you're holding this animation and everything, I mean, you've got people running at you, trying to grab you, drop damage on you, and make sure you don't get the ability off. And like I said, the moment the ability releases, zero protection. So the moment that you even let it rip, it's just like unprotected city. So that's why the speed cancel is nice, because you can just get this off immediately and then just block, and then boom, like small minor gaps, you can sort of just kind of keep the situation alive. You can keep yourself alive, stay protected, and you're only unprotected for a moment, and then you just block immediately, and then you're in there. You got your T3 add-on off, you got your float KD off, which is very nice. Yeah, it's a really good practical way to just get damage off and pre-buff. It's really nice, and it's good for large scale. How this is done is, for me specifically, this is my setup. You can do this however you feel like it. I hotbar my overwhelm to left D-pad. You can put it wherever you feel is necessary, wherever you feel is comfortable, but I personally like left D-pad. So do what you will with that. So once you hotbar it, all you're gonna need to do is press overwhelm, block, and then reckless, okay? So I'm gonna do it in slow motion here, okay? Overwhelm, block, and then reckless. I just pressed RB there like an idiot. Forget that, just tap reckless afterwards. So one more time. Overwhelm hotbar, block cancel, reckless. That's it. That's all you're gonna do, and then get into the habit of blocking after reckless. A lot of warriors don't do that because they want to kill people and they just want to throw damage. I like to block afterwards to make sure that I actually land like everything, so it's not I don't just full send on damage. But yeah, so altogether it should look something like this. Done. That's it. That's all. Once you get it to come out as smooth as that, you've got the first part down. Essentially, that's pretty much block canceling in a nutshell. Again, that's the advanced block canceling, right? You can block cancel a myriad of things. You know, like I said, you could block cancel grave digging. You could, block cancel ground smash. There's a ton of things that you can block. You can block cancel chopping kick. Like you can do a lot of things. It's not related to just overwhelm reckless, but it's used for that mainly in more or less the large scale combat scene. So before you try and going into other aspects of block canceling and dabbling into like balance strike or solar flares and things like that, you're gonna want to be able to do this first so you at least understand the concept, and then you can go ahead and branch out into different forms of block canceling. So before you go any further in this video, I just recommend practicing this for a long time, get this down, and then you can progress forward and then, check out some other things. So with that being said, let's talk about my engage. So the way that you want to engage with warrior for large scale, you want to just be able to get in there and just, damage dump everything as much as you physically can. Warrior's an outside ball fighter, but if you do plan to dive a ball in large scale, you're going to want to do it via protected solar flare with the core skill, and then you're going to want to do the exact same thing I just taught you, except the only difference here is you're going to change from the hotbar to the A button. So whenever you do solar flare, right, you can press the A button or X button, whatever button is the jump button for you, and you can press that and it'll automatically do overwhelm. So you're just basically replacing the hotbar with the A button or whatever jump button you have. And what this does is it allows you to do the block cancel a little bit more easy without having to, do the hotbar thing. So you're gonna do the exact same thing where you're gonna solar flare, and then immediately after you solar flare, you're gonna press the A button for overwhelm, then block cancel reckless. So it should look something like this. Simple. Now the reason I want you guys to get comfortable with this is because this is going to be a lot of your main engages too. Like from right here to over there, I can close the distance and CC this guy and get full damage off. So we go boom, boom, boom. Simple. Look at that. Dove in, got the stiff catch, solar flare add-on, and then we got overwhelm, 10% down attack damage, and my add-ons that I have on it as well. And then got the reckless off, which is my T3 add-on, and then he's at my mercy. I can do whatever I want from that point. I could do quite literally anything. A lot of my favorite engages is pretty much what I just showed you into balance solar flare, or not solar flare, I'm sorry, slashing the dead. So you could do something like this. And there you go. That's a decent engage, and you're full damage dumping, and you could do other things too. It doesn't necessarily have to be just that. If you want to actually do really big damage, you want to get in the habit of doing 50 slashing. So 50 slashing is just LT, RT, and RB. That's a really big one. It does a lot of damage. And then boom, hop up in there, hit that slashing. I think I have mine locked at the moment, but yeah, it's a really nice damage dump, and you can do like 50 slashing. That shit fucks. Like 50 slashing, that shit hurts. boom, 50 slashing. Ah, I love that sound. It's a really good ability. Yeah, 50 slashing hurts. It hurts a lot. If you hit somebody with that, they are passing the fuck away. I promise you. Especially back attack, down attack, any form of special attack, they are passing away. On God. If you have enough AP or you're doing cap node wars, 50 slashing will kill everybody. I'm not even trolling. So that's one of my favorite engages right there. I tend to just really enjoy the 50 slashing. It's really good, and you can do the balance cancel into slashing too, which is really nice. You know, you can do boom, 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 bam, bap, boom, 50 slashing. Dead, dead, immediately. Everybody's dead. So yeah, that's just some examples of ways you can engage. Again, once you understand the basics of block canceling and everything, you can start messing around with what works. You know, like I said, you could do balance into slashing the dead. You can do balance grave digging. That's another personal favorite of mine. I really enjoy that. It speeds up the animation of grave digging, and into slashing, it makes it more reliable. It makes it better to look at, and you can even get really fancy with it too. You don't necessarily have to you don't have to do it in such a, you know, like what's the word here, like such a blank forward way. You could do it in a myriad of other things. So for example, right, one of my favorite combos is grab, armor break, full charge reckless, heaven's cleave into what is it? I did that so fast. See, I don't even know what the combo is. It's just my muscle memory. Like, I don't even know what I did. It's just, I'm just sitting BA all day and just fucking practice the same combo on repeat over and over and over. It's pretty much just like you balance strike, block cancel, overwhelm, block cancel, grave digging. It's literally just, it's this. Yeah, it's that. There you go. It's it's that. A little weird, but that'll happen. Once you get so comfortable with the kit, you won't even be able to tell people what the combo is. You'll just have it so ingrained in your head to the point where you're gonna be able to just do stuff like that just flawlessly with zero to no effort. Oh, such a beautiful combo. Damn, this character is sick. What the fuck? Oh, I'm getting a little too gassed up, bro. I'm telling you guys, like, this character is just so dope. Like, you can do so many different things with this character. It doesn't even, like, it doesn't come close. I can't express to you how much I love this character. Once you guys get into block canceling and stuff, like, I promise you, you guys are just gonna fall in love. You guys are just immediately going to love this character because it opens up so many doors to how you can play this class. It opens up so many just different options that you guys have for engages. You know, you start to get comfortable with, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna throw this CC out. Oh, I hit that guy over there. Let me just dive in real quick and then just hit him with this. Bada bing. And you just get so comfortable where you can just do stuff on the fly, and it makes no difference like how as long as you get the CC, your mind is already there. Like, you're already in the mix. You know, you hit this, you're like, okay, time to block cancel. All right, here we go. Bam, bam. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boop. Stop, bam. Fly in here, bam, and we out. And we out. You know, you just get in there. There's nothing stopping you. There's no roadblock. There's nothing. You have all the answers at your fingertips. You just gotta do it. You just have to fucking do it. You just dive in there, do whatever you gotta do. I don't give a shit what combo you're doing because it doesn't matter. It never matters. Like, you just do anything with warrior and it just works because you're that guy. You put that much work. You sat in the BA for 60 hours every single fucking day, mastering every cancel imaginable. All right, that's what I want all of you to do. Just sit here. Just sit right here on this fucking dummy. 27 hours a day. I don't care how many hours of sleep. I don't care if you haven't eaten. Just stand right here. Right here. Practice combos all day. All day. I don't care. Just make it up. Just make it up. It doesn't even have to be practical. It doesn't have to be any. Just do it. Just anything. Just make anything work. It doesn't matter. Just do anything. Just make the combos work. Figure out where everything, all the pieces fit. You guys have the keys, right? You guys know. You already know. Immediately you go into this. This is the structure right here. This is the immediate idea of what you need to do. You have the pieces. You have the pieces of the puzzle. Now you just have to solve a million different puzzles and figure out which pieces can you put in the combo and make it work. you know, you're like, oh, I just want to go over here and then do something like this, bada bing, bam, bam, bop, beat, boop. Oh, speed mode. Oh yeah, here we go. And then we go for the down smash combo, bada bing. And then we go like this, bap, and then we go like that, bam, boop, pop. And it doesn't matter. Just make it happen. Just make it happen. All right, you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm rambling too much. Let me get out of here before I fucking make this an hour-long video. But yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them down below. But yeah, bye-bye.